Welcome back to the craziest project that I have ever done. We got the Mega Iron Factory. We got the Mega Copper Factory that I just uploaded, and I'm now starting the next episode. Because holy crap, I'm not going to be able to keep up with this. I am probably going to have to post other videos in between. I'm probably bringing back the Everything You Need to Know series. And why is that train stuck? Why are you stuck there? Ah, you're waiting to go that way. Gotcha. Makes sense. So, big problem. Our max consumption has exceeded our capacity. It's not so bad because our consumption is still 50,000 off. So, we can still keep going. In last episode, I said we were going to do these two recipes here. That's going to be cheap silica using rock quartz and limestone. And then fine concrete using silica and limestone. That's what I said we were going to do. And we still are. We still are. But we're going to add stuff to this. Because if we're already grabbing the quartz, we might as well take care of all of the quartz. So, there's two more recipes we have. And one involves the constructor, and one involves... Nope, not the refinery, it's the blender. So, in here, we just need to make silica. And this is for a completely separate step. I think this is plutonium, so everything that we make here will go straight to plutonium. And then here is going to be for uranium and fixonium. And the one that we're going to do is this here, distilled silica. I have never done this before. I have no idea what to expect here, but this is what I'm gonna do. So that requires dissolved silica, which I don't even know where that comes out of. That comes from a refinery. So we are actually gonna need a refinery too. So if I plop the refinery down, we're gonna need nope. Why am I so bad at this? There it is, quartz purification. So we take rock quartz and nitric acid to produce quartz crystals and dissolved silica, and then we take that dissolved silica and we combine it with limestone and water, and we produce a lot of silica. So yeah, there's a lot to do here. So if we do the math here, this first one here, this is cheap silica. We're making 52.5 per minute, and we need 75 of these, so we'll be producing 3,937.5 silica per minute. So that's fun. So then if we come in here, we're producing 50 concrete per minute there, so 50 times, we'll need 112 of those, so 5,600 concrete. Not bad. I can live with that. In here, we're producing 37.5 of those, and we need 55, so we're producing 2,062.5 silica here. And then in here, we're producing 270 silica per minute. So 270 times, we need 14 of these, and we'll be producing 3,780 silica. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. But that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. We need all these steps. We also need to make nitric acid for here. So we also... Let me put it this way. We're not going to be ready for this one to be going right away. We can't get the nitric acid started because we also need to make an iron plates factory. So this one won't be running. We'll just set it up. It'll be set up and ready to go. We just won't be able to turn it on right away. So this one we can get functioning, this one we can get functioning, and this one we can get functioning. The other ones we'll just set up and wait till we get nitric acid. And once we do nitric acid, then we can turn this one on. It is Fixmas, which means I'll be seeing presents dropping every now and then. Haven't seen one yet, which is oh, there it is. So I'm gonna be collecting presents every now and then. Like, I want to utilize all of the space. We might as well just keep going down the row, right? Oh, there's a Christmas present there. Yeah, we might as well come and fill out the rest of this area over here, which would be good. So, yeah, let's, I'm gonna need one for quartz. For any rock quartz production, I'll need one building for that. And then I'll need one building for concrete, taking the silica. So yeah, we'll be building 2 buildings today. And then we'll also have to do a nitric acid production nearby. It won't even be, that'll be later. So, for now, let me get some stuff sorted. Let me get train stations brought in here so that I can actually, you know, get ready to build some factories. So, yeah, I'll be back once I get some train stations and figure out where I want everything. Alright, I've done a little bit of work here. I got my 7 train stations that I need here. We got 2 separate buildings, which I'll show you in a little bit. I just kind of wanted to show you the train tracks. I finally stopped going on grid. They are now diagonal. I like that. I like that a lot. So I'll kind of show you what I got here. So this will be the quartz production facility. So we got 1 limestone train and we got 3 quartz trains. Then we'll have to bring in the quartz off the belts over there, which is really close anyways, so this works out phenomenally. So what I was thinking, well, first of all, I guess I should just show you the trains here. All 4 of these trains come out onto this track and they go down there. And then I'll show you the rest of it when we get over there. On the bottom, I was thinking, since this is a pretty short, or like not a very tall floor, this would be perfect for the cheap silica and the regular silica recipe. That'll be pretty simple. So I figured we could use this floor for that. And then I got 1 floor above it, which isn't as tall as this building, but still it's good. It's good that we have some height. So on this floor, I was thinking we do quartz purification, which will give us the dissolved silica. We won't be able to set this up completely yet, because we're going to have to wait until we make some nitric acid to do this. And so then we take the dissolved silica, combine it with some limestone and water, and we make distilled silica, a ton of distilled silica. So that's kind of what my thought was on here. This floor can be all for that. I have so many presents I gotta pick up. Alright, so that's what I was thinking about for this floor. If we go down to the next, to the second floor here, the trains all come in from this one point here, and that is how they separate. So, pretty simple, nothing complicated. And then over here will be the concrete production. So I got 3 train stations here. Some of the limestone that I bring in over here is gonna have to go over there, which is not a big deal. We'll just do a belt, skyway, whatever. It's not a big deal. That's why I built these so close to each other. They're not connected, but they kind of are. In a way, they are. And since we're only dealing with assemblers, I figured we could just do the fine concrete on the lower level here, and this building doesn't need to be any taller than that. So it's a pretty short building. But yeah, we kind of got the outline here. I'm going to kind of connect these 2 buildings in a way, but they will be completely separate buildings. So there's that. All the trains come in through here. Oh, hold on, the autosave takes a moment since I got so much in this world. So yeah, if you look at that, the train comes in through here. And it makes it underneath. Doesn't hit anything. And then it goes down the 1 track. 7 trains come down this 1 track, and it just basically figures out where it needs to go. So then those 4 over there take a loop and come this way, and it joins back up with the train highway. So that's pretty simple. This one was a little more complicated to set up. I have all of them coming together, all 3 of these coming together on 1 track. And then I had to lift it a little bit higher, so then we come across and over. And then we join back up with it. This takes a long time to travel. I talk a lot faster than I can actually move in this game. Basically, we just come back down here and then we connect back up with it. And then I'll show you what the train system does over here. So we split off over here when we want to leave. And we drop down here. And we join back up with the iron forge. So the iron ingots is actually, it connects back up with the iron ingots forge here. So we got, what is that? 11 trains sharing the same exit, which is fine. It should be okay. We got 13 trains sharing that exit, so I think we're fine. So we had to have 2 different entrances come in because we had, if you remember correctly from, what was it, the first or second episode of this? This is only the third. We decided at this junction, any trains coming from these 2 locations, we're gonna take a left. We were gonna force that to happen because we didn't want all the trains coming down here because it causes a massive backup if we have way too many trains down there. So basically we decided we're gonna force all the trains to come this way and around. So that means I had to force the Rocky Limestone 3 and the Rocky Limestone 4 on this route, and it comes around. So there's Rocky Limestone 4 coming up right there. So you can kind of see what route this one takes. So it's gonna split off right here. And then jump up this steep hill. It is a little steep, but it's fine. The train can make it. And then they merge together. And then all the quartz comes in from, or all the quartz and some limestone comes in on this side, which is the outside lane of the train. You can see how many train lines we got going on here. So this is pretty cool. But if we kind of follow this path here, tried to make this nice and neat. Sometimes worked, sometimes didn't. I really hope at the end of this we're gonna see just trains moving in and out, in and out, in and out. It's gonna be so cool. It really is. So trains will come down this way. It's gonna take a while for me to get to the other end. Look at how cool this is. This is exactly what I wanted to see, just like a city kind of thing. It's so good. I love this. So it comes over here at this one junction here, which I'm really surprised this junction handles it so well. It's a crazy junction, but the path signal handles it just fine. Oh, we got a train coming in. I did shut off all of the factories because I wanted to let some of that clear. We'll turn it back on when we're ready to test that out. But yeah, this is completely incorrect. This should be, well, I guess we can do, we'll do silica, I guess. Yeah. So then the text will be silica, quartz, crystal, and concrete. So that's what this line's gonna be. So there we go. So yeah. We're looking pretty good here. So now we just need to kind of figure out how we're going to set up all of these machines, because it is going to take quite a bit of work. I don't know how I'm going to set this up. I got 4 different things to set up. So let me get to work on trying to figure this out and trying to get all these machines set up. And then I'll come back and show you what I've done. Alrighty, I took care of some machine work. Quite a bit of machine work, actually. I set up all of my constructors for silica. And these ones are running because of This comes from a miner that just collected on a belt. It comes from one of those over there. Then I also set up all of my assemblers. That is rock, quartz, and limestone to make silica. And I set up 15 in a set. And then we got 5 different sets. So these are all ready to go. The only thing it needs is limestone. And I am basically ready to connect up the limestone. I just need to connect up these lines here. And I got limestone sitting, waiting, ready to go. And then there's another line that I have that I don't remember because I've been off and on building this, and it's been a couple weeks since I posted a video because my kid got sick, and then I got sick, and then I had to go out of town, so it's been a nightmare trying to get this video done. But I'm back working on it. If I sound sick, it's because I am still sick, but I'm starting to recover, I think. So, we'll get there. We'll figure it out. So, please forgive me if you don't like the way I sound. I mean, some people don't like the way I sound typically, so it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, it is what it is. But this is the Dissolved Silica and Quartz Crystal step. I set up a bunch of pipes, and we're ready here as well, because we got the raw quartz ready to go. So all I have to do, well, this one's all set up and ready to go. Except these don't have any power, but that's fine. I can power those later. This one's ready to go. We just have to connect up this set, and I believe this is from the train station, so it's fine. Or it could be, I don't remember where that's at. But anyways, I send a bunch of pipes this direction. The pipe work looks so cool. I like the pipe work. And we send them to the blenders, and the blenders will take the dissolved silica, some limestone, and some water. And we will get silica out of that, so that'll be pretty cool once we get that done. But we gotta wait for nitric acid anyways, so this won't be turned on right away because we gotta figure out how to make a nitric acid plant. And before that, we need iron plate plant. We'll get there. An interesting thing is, well, I'll get to that soon. But over here we got the concrete. So I have all the limestone connected from the train stations above. So that's all coming down this way. And all we have to do is connect some silica up, which is being made over here. So we'll just have to connect these up together. We can do that. That's not a big deal. Set up some refineries, so this all is just going to the sink for now. And that's fine. Gotta do something, right? So then I set up these water extractors, and they're extracting 40 per minute because that's what I need. And I decided to do them separate colors, but let me show you something. This is really weird. I think this might be a bug. So if you got a blueprint, let me come out here so it's a lot easier to show you. If you got a blueprint of foundations, let's say, and it's 6x6, that's fine and dandy. But let's say I remove these 4, but not the blueprint, and I try to place a water extractor in here. Well, this might not be big enough, but let's say I try to place a water extractor in here. It does not like it. I definitely have enough room. There is definitely enough room in here, but it tells me the resource is not deep enough, which is really weird. Why would that be the case? Well, now if I delete the blueprint and I put the water extractor in, it's fine. It likes it. It's good. So I don't know. That seems like a bug to me, but just keep that in mind if you're having the same issues I am. I think the first thing we should do is connect up the silica over here. And I think all we have to do is connect these 2 up top. So let's do that. Right there. And that one right there. There we go. So we should start seeing those kick on some silica production. Yep, there we go. Silica is producing. So that works. And then these ones should start kicking on. Yep, perfect. So that's good. Where's this last one here? Right there to there, which can be a Mark 5. And then it's this pink color. And there we go. This one's kicking on now. So that's nice. That's actually really nice. Okay, so the silica's ready and done. I'm good to go. Now I gotta figure out where these were supposed to go. But for now, they're going to the sink. Okay, so for the fine concrete, I need 1,666.56 silica. Which, if we look at this, we have 15 times 14. So that's 210. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So times 4, that's 840 per line. So we are taking 1680. So that's good. That's good to know. So that means we need to grab 840 per. I don't remember what anything did. I don't remember how many any of them were. So I gotta do some math. Like I said, it's been like 3 weeks since I've actually had a chance to do this. So it's 15 by 52.5. That's kind of annoying. So we need about 3 lines, and we need to split one of them into 2. Yeah, that should work. So I say we just grab the 3 lines we already got. Alright, I should be able to connect up to these, except the conveyor belt's too long, because of course it is. It's fine, it's fine. Alright, there we go. Same with this, except conveyor belt's too long. And there we go. So that's the silica connection. And we should start seeing concrete producing. Which it is, that's nice. So, all of these should start producing some concrete. There we go. So concrete is up and running. So, see that. I don't have the trains running to collect resources right now because I need power. I have to shut down my whole beginner's guide factories before I can turn any of this on, like all of it at the same time. So that's fun. But yeah, we should see this fill up over time. It should get to the end over here. Yeah, it's slow, but it'll take its time. That's what manifold do. They just do this. It takes some time to warm up. So there we go. That's really what we needed for silica here. But yeah, what I need to do now is complete the building for both of these. And hopefully, the next time you see me, I will be feeling better than I am right now. Now let me tell you, it was worse than what you're hearing right now. I did start getting better. So I figured now is a good time to actually start recording something, and I want to get this out before Christmas. That's what I want to do. Let me decorate these buildings, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alright, here we are. This is the concrete building, the fine concrete. And I did this little ramp wall 8 meter, and the inverted ramp wall 8 meter made like a diamond. And then I offset a window behind it. But you're not really going to see this anyways. You're going to see it from here. So it's pretty cool. I like that. And then I used painted beams, colored them red. And kind of outlined the building here. So yeah, I like this one. This one's pretty good. Then I used some billboards to light up one section. So that's this one. Pretty simple. I tried to jut out the bottom here a little bit. I didn't do it on all sides. I just did it on 2 of them. Then this side is just windows. So not too bad. And it basically mirrors on the opposite wall. So this one is mirrored on the other side. This one is mirrored over there. So that's the concrete building. Pretty simple. I didn't put a roof on here. I didn't have any motivation to do the roof. So it is what it is. And then this one's pretty simple as well. On this side, it's just all windows. All windows. And, I mean, you're not really going to see a whole lot of this side anyways. You're going to see it on the other side. But then this side's actually, I kind of like this side. I did columns here. And they go all the way up. And then I did windows in between. Halfway in. And then I set it as 1 window, 2 windows, 3 windows, 4 windows. And then that's the middle. And then 4 windows, 3 windows, 2 windows, 1 window. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, pretty simple designs. I'm not going for anything extravagant right now. And I can always change it later. But my goal for this nuclear power plant has been to just get a building made. I can change it later. I didn't want to have any shells like I did early in my beginner's guide, so I wanted to make sure that everything was built and I could call it a finished building if I didn't want to improve upon it. So yes, this is technically a finished build, but I can improve upon it whenever I want to. So, there we go. We have completed this step. So that is all the quartz being used. We'll have to activate that one up there when we start making nitric acid. We're not worrying about that for now. We have concrete all made. So that means if we look at our board here, we have all the iron being used. We have all the copper being used. We have most of the limestone being used. We still have limestone to be used elsewhere, I believe. We have all the rock quartz being used. So now we just need to figure out what we want to do next. And I think next episode, the easiest thing to do is going to be Caterium. So we could do a pretty simple Caterium setup. It wouldn't be difficult at all. And I'm thinking we should do a different, well, I mean, I don't want all my buildings to be perfectly straight down the line like this. I started branching out with the train tracks here, and they are now no longer straight, and that is perfect. Because all of my buildings are perfectly straight, and it would not be like that. I would be interested in doing a diagonal building in this area, and I think the perfect location would be over here. We could do a diagonal Caterium building. I think that'd be really cool. But I'm gonna have to work out the logistics on that. I think like something simple I could do is, honestly, if I wanted to, I could just slap one here and, well, I'd probably want to match this angle. I think that'd be good if I match this angle here and have the building follow this angle. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. If I started a build here, I think that'd be pretty cool. And had the building go diagonal along with the railroad tracks. I could build the refineries up above, have the water extracted down below for the pure Caterium ingots, because the recipe we're using involves a refinery. And all we need to do is Caterium ore and water. Really easy. This will be really simple. We could probably do all the quick wire at the same time. So definitely something worth considering. So, that is what I'm planning for the next episode. This episode is done. I hope you enjoyed. I'm trying to get this out before Christmas, and I might just do it. I might be uploading this on December 23rd. So, if you are watching this before Christmas, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful Christmas. I hope you enjoy time with family. If you're not spending time with family, I just hope you have a wonderful time. Christmas is a time of joy. It's a time to celebrate Jesus' birth. This is supposed to be a wonderful time. Just remember what it's all about. And if you're watching this after Christmas, I hope you did have a good time. I hope you ate good food. I hope you spent time with family. I hope you reflected on Jesus' birth and what it means. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you being patient with me. This is a busy time of year for me. I really don't have a whole lot of time. I'm even lucky I'm getting this out. I probably would have been able to do this and another video if I didn't get sick. It is what it is. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll see you soon.